Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Alpha Hole Prison. Last time we had some nasty, revolting, putrid, unimaginable relations with Visgoth, and it was disgusting. We all hated it, but Miguel liked it because he's a sick freak. And I think Xenoscar even got into it. I didn't like it. Anyway, Xenoscar, we're about to go to work. Xenoscar's just like giving us a little kiss on the forehead before we go. I have to say, these last bunch of days without the zaps have been great. I get to see you as someone I love, not someone who hurts me. Wow, well, I mean, these days are coming to an end. Yes, avoiding the pain was a marvelous choice. And it didn't cost you too terribly. You must always do this, Miguel. Oh God, we're gonna have to do it with more men. I never wish to hurt you again. Maybe you won't. I guess we'll find out tonight when you touch me. I have a good feeling about that, my love. So do I. See you. Oops, no. See you. I love him already. Can't he love me too? It feels like he does. If he doesn't, I just don't understand. If this isn't love, then what is? Oh, F. Oh, God, not again.
Z!
Good thing I wasn't far. I heard a roar. Me too. Let's get out of here. Unnecessary. I shall protect you. But why risk it? Ugh. Shush. Oh... Oh, F, it's huge. What do you want, my dear? Can't you see we're late for work? How can he be so brave? Run along now. I can't have you threatening my beloved. What was all that about? I believe he meant to eat someone else, but found us instead. Yeah, I guess he didn't want to be zapped by you. That's a smart monster. It's quite sentient. Shall I walk you to work? Yes, please. Miguel, after the guards unchain me, don't go to the south corridor. I want to feed from you in our cell after count. Why? Because I've a great feeling about tonight. I want it to be perfect. Okay, sounds good. I hope his intuition is right. There's Count. Did our love get that much closer after, we slept with Visgoth? That seems a little strange. Yes, my dear. But could you hold me first for a bit? Of course. Miguel, I really think I love you. Z, I know that I love you. Watch it still hurt. I long to be with you when we're apart. I replay our conversations in my mind. I'm in ecstasy just to be held by you, feeling safe and warm. When I look at you, I see sheer beauty in the form of a man. Your lovely skin, the dark pools that make your eyes. Dark pools that make your eyes? Excuse Xena, who? Look in the mirror. Who are you to say this to me? Your succulent lips. You got a black pool on both your eyes. It's ridiculous. I'm tempted to interrupt all this flattery, but if it leads to the zaps ending, then flatter away. If I never had such tender feelings... Wait, no. If never had such tender feelings for anyone. No, it just should be I never had such tender feelings for anyone. Not even Raven. Not even Jamel. Not even another I was with. So long ago I forgot his name. Soon you'll be like that, Miguel. I'll forget your name too. All of them, everyone, resented me for the pain I caused them eventually. They never accepted it was a grave necessity. But you do. Of course. If you are not my true love, my soulmate, then who could it be? Who could I ever love more than you? But perhaps it's not enough. Come on, it has to be. My darling, if it were up to me, I'd never harm you again. I'd bring only exquisite joy with my touch. But I know the rules of the universe. There could be one more thing holding us back. What? Tell me. I suppose it's how little I know about you. You know my story in full, but I've yet to hear yours. Perhaps a couple can't know a future together until they both shared their pasts. You're right. I didn't think it was important. I was just happy to be with you, but shouldn't it be? We need to build our foundation. Exactly, my love. So tell me where you came from, Miguel. Tell me how you came to be here. Tell me exactly everything that happened to make you, you. There wouldn't be enough time for that, even if we spoke all night. I'll give you the Cliff Notes version. First of all, how I got here. You know, Earth doesn't have contact with outer space. We don't think any life exists outside our planet. How delightfully naive. But we still go into space. We've made it to our moon. We sent vehicles to Mars. One day we'll put a person there. That could have been me. I'm an astronaut, see? I'm one of the few people on Earth who goes into space. I knew you were special. You have all this knowledge because your job is to seek it. Not exactly. My job is to deal with derelict satellites in orbit that are screwing things up in Earth. I don't work for the government to expand our knowledge on space. I work for a private company to deal with cell phone satellites and other gizmos. Watch him be working for Tesla. Oh my god. I'd be so done with Miguel. But even that takes someone incredibly educated. With thousands of hours of flight time, I can drive almost all vehicles that fly in the air outside our atmosphere. Impressive. Are there quite a few? There are, especially in our military. But I can fly airplanes of all sizes, helicopters, space shuttles. For an Earthling, that's a big deal. For a Paslica jet as well. Very few of us can control the vehicles that travel between asteroids. Tell me of your military, Miguel. You said you were a prisoner of war once. It sounds quite terrible, but are all combatants taken prisoner? Is lethal force permitted? Yes, it's permitted. Usually you're killed on the battlefield, not taken prisoner. It's just because my plane crashed. They were able to take me alive. Earthlings kill other Earthlings? Lots of them. Different wars rage all over the planet. None of them are pleasant. And yet, you're forced to compete, forced to debase the lives of your enemies, and have the worth of your own lives debated as well. Your world does sound terrible, Miguel. I wasn't forced to enlist. I volunteered. My family was poor. It was the only way I could get money for college. You see, that's the issue with America. That ain't right. Putting people into the war machine to secure money for, billionaires and whatnot. Oil. Ugh. Just so he can go to college. By murdering people. America's a wonderful place. We kill brown people overseas and we pretend to care about them back home. It's truly a great system. It's not murder when you're at war. It's eliminating the enemy. Oh my god. Miguel, stop. It was murder. Do such euphemisms make murder more palatable? No, it's knowing that I guess all those civilians, all those non-combatants were scumbags. No, it's knowing that our enemies are scumbag pieces of crap who deserve to die. That's what your commanders told you. That's what I experienced firsthand as a prisoner. They tortured me, not even to get information. They tortured me just because. Well, you killed civilians just because. Had you killed anyone, Miguel? Had you killed any of their loved ones? Yes, I killed. I dropped bombs. And as for whether I killed any of their loved ones, I hope so. It's what they deserve. God, Miguel is too far gone. He is too far gone. You sound terrible when you speak like this. War isn't pretty. I did what I was ordered to do. I understood I was killing the bad guys. Men who don't let women go to school or walk the market by themselves. Men who drag people into stadiums for public executions. And some of those are done by stoning someone to death. You know, but I guess just forcing certain amounts of the population to live below the poverty line and starve and be homeless, that's humane back home, you know? That's humane. We don't do anything that would, you know, harm the populace. It was your job to punish them. It was my job to get them off the land they took over by force, to defend the villagers who were suffering under their control. I see. It was very personal to you, my love. Your villages had been conquered. You defended yourself as you should. They weren't American villages. Should I tell him that? I want him to love me, not think I'm a monster, but you are. But I don't want to lie to him either. There aren't villages in my country. Okay, then it was not so personal. Oh, wait. Oh, then it was not so personal. But you showed empathy for your allies. It's complicated, but I knew I was fighting bad people. How did you recover from the torture you received, Miguel? Very difficultly. I had to get deprogrammed. It was hard and it took years. I still don't think I've recovered all the way. But you accept the pain so well. So well? You scream as you should, and you don't hate me for it. You don't fear me. The guys who were torturing me in the prison camp hated me. They wanted to destroy me. You don't. You're doing everything you can to keep me from suffering. I guess they tortured me both mentally and physically. You're just doing the physically. Thank you. I needed to hear that I was not as terrible as your captors. Of course not. You're a good guy. He hugs me tighter. I spent another hour telling him about how I was an immigrant from Mexico who came to the USA, the challenges we faced, my deformed sister. The way he phrases that, my deformed sister. You should see her, she's quite a sight. Well, sometimes back when I was a kid, I'd throw a sheet over her head and charge all the neighborhood kids $1 to see her face. It was a little freak show, and we loved it. We really raked in a lot of money. And then there's a lull in the conversation. I'm sorry, but I mean, obviously Miguel's already talked about before how, you know, he killed a bunch of brown people overseas, but somehow it felt worse this time. I don't know. Maybe I'm just more awake this time and was more bothered by what he said. Because I'm not that tired today. At least compared to usual. Anyway. I should try to feed now, my love. I draw a deep breath. Okay, should we get up? I think we should. Why do you need to get up for it? Wouldn't it be easier to just take it lying down?
My love? My love, you're not screaming?
No, I'm not. I feel wonderful.
Okay, Xenoscar, don't. I hate how he looks like that even when he's like surprised, happy surprised.
Miguel.
Ugh, he's still feeding off me. I'm floating on a hazy cloud of bliss. It happened, it really happened. Oh Z, we're in love, it happened. Of course it happened. I knew what I felt, I was just waiting for his feelings to match up. And now they have. Uh-oh. I'm gonna sneeze. Huh? What? Oh! F, this is amazing.
I'm so happy. I never knew I could be this happy.
You're one incredible guy, you know?
Oh, Miguel, I do truly love you. You are my eternal soulmate.
Kiss me again.
I'll kiss, but I can no longer feed. You've quite filled me up, my dear.
Expect a 4-course meal every day now.
How wonderful. My starvation is finally at an end.
And so are the things you were doing to get fed.
Yes, of course. I'll only be with you forever after.
I'm still allowed to, sleep around though, right? Especially with Visgoth. Oh god. Oh.
Yes.
Tell the attorney you no longer seek an appeal, and make certain Rexolator knows you don't wish to escape. Oh. And you must abide me continuing to help Visgoth with his murder. Do we? Do we have to help Visgoth with his murders? Was that part of the deal? That was not part of the deal. It will protect us from him, and ensure only the most wretched are sacrificed. I'll no longer feed on him. Have no fear. All my meals will come from you. Well, let's save. He's made prison a heaven I never want to leave now. Visgoth. Have you guys been enjoying seeing my knee? Does it turn you guys on? Anyway. I'm sorry. We can be together back on his asteroid. If Visgoth is going to rampage me, if Xenoscar doesn't have Xenoscar to get his victims. Wait. Visgoth is going to rampage me if he doesn't have... I feel like number 1 and number 3 basically are the same, right? Because this prison is a heaven on earth. I never want to leave now. So, I'll help Xenoscar murder some people with Visgoth. And the third one is, well, I'm going to stay here forever because I'm in love with Xenoscar. So I'm going to help. So, I can't not let Xenoscar help Visgoth murder more people. Like, really? I don't even understand the difference between 1 and 3. They're just different aspects of thinking about staying. Whatever. Let's just choose 2. I don't know if we really want to stay here. You don't really want to stay here, do you, Z? Where else would I go? Back to your asteroid or somewhere else in the universe. Why stay at Alpha Hole? Well... it's the most pleasant home for me. I've always found a way to keep fed, more or less. You don't have to worry about food anymore. I can be your everything. What if we fall out of love? Is it going to start hurting? Like, what if oh my god, what if one night, he just starts feeding on me, and then Miguel just starts screaming, and... is like, do we just divorce at that point? It's like, did Miguel sleep around and break our trust, break the love? I don't know. It would be kind of funny. Indeed, you are my everything, Miguel, and you're here. Therefore, I wish to stay here as well. But I could get my appeal or escape with Rexolator. You would leave me? Of course not. I can't even think about that. You're my everything now, too. I mean, get the warden to check if your sentence is up, or see about appealing or escaping with me. Miguel, I'm scared. What if my sentence is up, and I get out, but your plots to escape all fail? Or you succeed at escaping, but are just caught on my asteroid and sent back to Alpha Hole. F. Or what if you escape, and I learn there's no way for me to join you? I know there are risks, but we have to try. I can't stay here forever. Especially if I'm immortal now. I'll be hard or murdered eventually. It's a statistical fact. Well, I mean, he's not wrong. Oh dear. I couldn't abide such a loathsome fortune for you. But we may be limited by your mortal span. Surely you could manage one lifetime here unscathed. You have to find out if your sentence is up. My love, if the warden learns my sentence is up, I'll be released post-haste. I don't want you to ask the warden. Your people must know, right? And they'll know if I'm immortal or not. Of course. I can ask the Basilica Jets if I'm due to be released, as well as if you're mortal, or if we're bound by your mortal span. I'll ask both at the same time. Right, then once you're sure your sentence is up, I get out of here any way I can. I'll go to your asteroid. You'll be able to join me. Oh, Miguel. If you escape with Rex later and go to a Basilica Jet asteroid, you'll be caught and returned to Alpha Hole. Seriously? Most likely. Okay then, if I escape, we go to Earth. But what if you're immortal? I'll have to figure that out. Though, if I get my appeal, I can go to your asteroid no problem. But what if we're no longer immortal? Nothing could be preventing you from returning to Earth. Damn. What do you wish for, Miguel? What would be your ideal situation? I want to be immortal and live with you forever on an asteroid. I want us to be immortal and live the rest of our lives on Earth. Yeah, let's go on the asteroid. Then I shall hope we may spend eternity together on a Basilica Jet asteroid. Sounds nice. We need to find out what our situation is. I shall send an inter-asteroid letter to my Basilica Jet advocates right away. Why not send an email from the Ed Center? An electronic correspondence is monitored. The warden might see my query and decide to check my status on his own. But a physical one isn't monitored? That sounds doubtful. I could be released before you have everything in place for you. But the letter that's protected by the Basilica Jet Privacy Act. Oh wait, why am I reading it in his voice? But the letter that's protected by the Basilica Jet Privacy Act. I pay a credit to send it off with absolute surety that it won't be seen by a prison official. Oh, how long until you hear back? That I don't know. It will take a day to reach them. And then they may need to research my queries. How long that will take is anyone's guess. Then we wait. We don't make a move until we're sure. I know my appeal won't come through anytime soon. It won't help Rex later if he pushes me. Wonderful. Then we've managed our risks. Nothing will interfere with our happiness now. There's just one thing left to do. But I'm certain we've thought of everything. Not everything. Come inside me. We haven't celebrated the fact that we're soulmates. Oh, I see. Get over here. Alright, I think I'll end this episode of Alpha Hole Prison here. Still curious about that industrial vacuum line. But I will see you guys on the next episode where we will probably break out of Alpha Hole Prison. And yeah, bye guys.